The following podcast contains strong language.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to this festive edition of the Ciné Rambles podcast.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, Andrew? I realise I can't actually see you. Let me rectify that. There we go. Now I can see
you. There you go. So, yeah, a couple of changes from last time. We've now got my beefcake internet on the situation.
Yeah, and let's see if this makes any difference at all, or makes it worse. We'll find out. We've also had a bit of a festive makeover, because you know what? It's Christmas. Despite the best intentions of our government.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. I don't know about you, Andy.
That's actually a really nice jumper. I like that a lot.
You're very festive. Are you calling that grey?
It's actually maroon. I know the colour doesn't actually come across, but it isn't grey.
Okay, grey, sure.
So we've got a somewhat special episode coming for you.
Because it is jolly old Christmas this week. We've got a jolly old Christmas episode all lined up.
Which I've called it the Chroscars.
The Chroscars.
The Chroscars. Yeah, the Chroscars. Because it's the Christmas Oscars. It's the Chroscars.
Oh, right. It sounds quite close to Crocs, like the shoes, and I was slightly concerned.
Okay. So, I've got a bunch of random Christmas categories here. And we're just going to go through them one by one. It's not going to take like 4.5 hours like the Oscars does.
Don't say that. It probably will now.
Don't curse it. And we're just gonna name some cool Christmas stuff that we enjoy to watch or don't enjoy to watch.
Yeah. Oh.
I've realised there's loads of random boxes and my washing in the background. Ignore that. Just ignore it.
Pay attention to the washing.
It's fine.
Behind the curtain. Okay, well, should we move on to our first
I will just mention Georgia.
Chroscars?
Yeah, the Chroscars, yeah. I will just mention quickly, Georgia in the chat has already asked why the eye is a different colour to the to the rest of the reds.
Give me a break, it's Christmas. I threw this background together with love and care in about 5 minutes.
I've already berated him about this.
It was supposed to be red like the others, and I missed one click, and you know what? Next Christmas, it'll be fine.
Next Christmas.
I'll re-export it.
Okay.
Assuming our budget's not increased by then, we've got like a nice, proper background. I wanted like animated snow. That didn't happen. I wanted more fairy lights. That didn't happen.
No.
Oh well.
Also, don't draw attention to the fairy lights, Nick, because they're hideous.
What are you talking about? They're beautiful.
Just ignore the big...
Very well implemented.
Yeah.
Right, we'll distract people from the fairy lights with some film talk. That's what we're best at.
Yep. There you go. Okay, so category number 1, first up, Nick, is drum roll, please.
I'm a mastermind now.
Okay, no one did a drum roll. That's fine. Oh no, he's done it. That's good.
There you go. I was trying to think of a way to do it without peeking the microphone.
I see. So, your favourite Christmas TV special?
Right.
Because I've got a couple because I couldn't limit it because there's a few that I really like. Nick, go.
So this is gonna be a case for me of what I can remember off the top of my head. My immediate reaction is White Christmas from Black Mirror.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, as far as Christmas things goes, it's not exactly merry, I wouldn't say. It's probably gonna make your Christmas more miserable, but it's also a fantastic piece of television.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Just White
I'm trying to
Christmas.
think what else there's been.
So
Well, that's my immediate reaction. But again, like I don't. It's not the kind of thing I'd cuddle up with my family on Christmas Eve and be like, "Oh, let's put us in the
right,
jolly mood."
yeah.
Black Mirror.
I mean, it is
So I'm
very
trying to
good.
think of what else there is.
So
It is
I'll
good.
chuck you one of mine.
Go on.
I really like the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia Christmas special,
Oh yes, that was good.
where I think they lift their swearing ban or something like that, or it must be like after Watershed because or it's a special episode some reason because they get to swear uncensored. You know, they drop as many F-bombs as they want. Which isn't the reason I like it, obviously, but it's just really funny. It's a very good episode. It's very, very quotable, and it's hilarious and quality. What are you doing?
I'm trying to remember anything. I'm
Christmas
looking at
special?
my spreadsheet of television shows that I've watched to try and think. Okay, I'll hit you with a classic.
Yeah.
The first episode of The Simpsons roasting
Yeah,
on
so
an open
I was
fire.
thinking about that as well the other day, when I was composing this idea, and by that I mean last night.
Composing.
Yes, and one of the first things one of the first things I thought of was the first ever Christmas Simpsons episode, and I don't know why, because it's not that good. It's just fairly entertaining.
It's the era of the janky animation.
Yeah, but also it's not particularly funny either.
I think that's the thing, because early Simpsons, I'm a big fan of like seasons 1 and 2 of The Simpsons, even though they're not as funny, but I think they're a lot more heartfelt than later seasons.
Yeah, they definitely.
I think
they're a lot more about a family coming together, and even though they're just trying their best.
Yeah.
Rather than being just an overt
and I think
comedy,
like that
aren't
Christmas special. Yeah, and that Christmas special, like especially, is like all about Homer trying his best to make family special for his family.
Family special for his family.
Not having bonus. Look, we're live, okay? I'm not scripted. I'm sorry if my English isn't as good as it could be.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I think, and that's it's actually quite a good example of what makes those old Simpsons good, because it is all about sort of the heart and soul of it.
Yeah, they get the dog, don't they? I like the dog.
Yeah, that's a nice little ending.
Yeah, it's a cute little ending.
I think it's a very cozy kind of episode, I think.
Yeah. Is that the one where they're like, oh, thank God for the Christmas bonus? And they're like, oh, thank God for the savings jar. Is that episode, or is that a different Christmas special?
I think that sounds like it might be it. It's definitely to do with the bonus. They're like relying on it, and then Burns is like, nah, you're not getting a bonus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So another one that's come to mind. This is the one I was thinking of earlier and then just completely blanked on just now.
Go on.
But you feel like the Goes Wrong specials.
No.
Which are the,
wait. Yeah. I sort of vaguely know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, there's I think they're called the Mystery Theatre Company, and they do a lot of shows in London, which are all about like they're sort of framed as shows that go completely wrong, like actors forgetting lines in spectacular ways, and like sort of lighting fuck ups, and sort of
props not working
haywire
as well, and
yeah, it's all all framed as this sort of like essentially like an elaborate sort of Rube Goldberg slapstick kind of comedy. They've started a TV series as well last year, but before that, they did a couple of Christmas specials. Which specifically Peter Pan Goes Wrong is probably my favorite of the two. They did Christmas Carol as well, which was good. Peter Pan Goes Wrong was fucking hilarious.
See, I watched that, and it is too cringy for me to handle. I cannot deal with it, because I know that's probably the point, isn't it? But I just could not cope with it at all. But also, I don't know, some of the humour, some of the, obviously intended humour, but not actually intended humour. I mean, other way around.
They know what you mean. We're live. We can get away with it.
I just found it like some of it was just like, oh my god, this is just embarrassingly bad, you know. I just couldn't cope with it.
I mean, there is a case for that, but it's. I mean, yeah, it is part of it. But also, I just love how elaborate it is, and they're actually really well written in terms of how they set up their jokes, and like they have recurring ideas which
Yeah.
set up later ones. Also, I think I don't know. I mean, I know you did drama GCSE. I
Yeah.
don't know how much theatre experience you have, but I think because I've been on stage a couple of times, and it's I think having that experience as well like really adds to the humor of
Yeah.
it because I know all too well the kind of things that go wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if it's on iPlayer or anything, but if anyone's sort of into sort of theatre and stuff, I think that's definitely a good Christmas special to check out. And yeah, the second season started as well.
I've got another one for you. I know you haven't seen this.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. I can't remember what series it is. I think either series 3 or series 4 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They do a Christmas special, and the whole premise of it is basically they are doing their own version of Die Hard in a very, comedic and satirical way.
Okay.
So they go. So it's Jake and Boyle. They're both detectives, and then Gina, who's like the assistant lady. They go into this department store, like 5 minutes before it's closing, and then it while they're in there, it starts getting robbed by at gunpoint by a band of villains, and then they just sort of enact their own version of Die Hard, with the crawling through the vents and all this good stuff, and it's very, very good, and it's very funny, and it's an excellent Christmas special, I think.
Yeah, I've considered I might try Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm really cracking.
Series 1 is you've got to stick with it. Series 1, it's got its moments and it is funny, but it's definitely like a proto version of the show.
Yeah.
So the characters definitely haven't found their footing yet at all. But once you and it's you get further and further into it, and then like series 3, 4, 5, and 6 are so good. Series 5 in particular is an absolute. It's so good, and I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Because as soon as the characters sort of find their footing, and you find like their like little niches and their jokes, and then you have the in jokes and all of this like recurring jokes. There's some really brilliant writing in there as well.
Yeah.
And on top of that, occasionally you get some really, really good like detective like storytelling in there as well, like some really cool cases.
So I only realized the other day that it's at least like created or written by Michael Schur, who does The Office and Parks and Rec and The Good Place, which I didn't realize before, and has made me more interested to check out Brooklyn Nine-Nine because I loved all of those.
Yeah.
So I'll try it in the new year. Once I finish The Office, which I've got one season left of, I'll move to Brooklyn Nine-Nine and see what I think.
Yeah, I think you just need to. Series 1 is good, but it's just because recently I did a full rewatch, and going back, having like finished series like 6. Obviously, I think there's a series 7 now, but it's not on Netflix, and I haven't watched it. I finished series 6, and then was like, oh, I'll go back and watch series 1 to see how different it is, and it is so different. To the point where even one of the characters' accent, like voices, is different because they haven't found their like funny jokey voice yet.
Yeah,
and it's like it's so different, and they're part of the first series is like, oh, one of the characters is really in love with the other one, and it's like that is kind of trying to make a joke about it, but then they sort of realize that it wasn't that funny and ditch it like straight away, and it never comes back up again. But it's so series 1, get through it, and then series 2 onwards is quality.
What a ringing endorsement. See, I was just imagining on the poster. Get through it.
Get through it. It's still good, but also,
yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there's just some. It's good stuff. I'll tell you what else I've just thought of.
Yeah.
And this is a whole series. For Stranger Things series 1, that's all Christmas.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why she puts all the Christmas lights on the wall.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I thought it was Halloween, but then I suppose
series 2 is Halloween.
Yeah. It's all Christmas lights, aren't they?
There are a lot of Christmas lights.
Yeah. Are they all? They're not all set at Christmas, are they? No, season 2 is Halloween, isn't it?
Series 1 is Christmas, series 2 is Halloween, series 3 is 4th of July.
So season 4 is gonna be
what, Easter? Yeah. Or they could go for a cheeky Thanksgiving.
Oh no, what's the eggs been laid? Oh, it's the fucking demigorgon.
Yeah.
Again. So are we counting Stranger Things as a Christmas series then?
Nah.
This can be the new Die Hard question, isn't it?
Well, that can go in our or one of our other categories.
Okay. Speaking of Die Hard, I was going to quickly throw in. I'm not sure if this is a Christmas special as such, but Bob's Burgers has quite a few Christmas episodes.
That is true.
And one of them is the school play with Gene's doing his musical version. Like Die Hard.
My God, yes.
And then there's always a Working Girl going at the same time.
Yes. Oh my God, that episode
is... They're mixed together, aren't they?
Yeah, they are mixed together.
That's a really good episode.
And it's a musical, isn't it?
Yeah.
That episode is so good. Yeah, you are right. That episode is incredible. Bob's Burgers is really good for their specials.
I genuinely think Bob's Burgers is the new Simpsons, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, Simpsons has died, basically. And then Bob's Burgers is like the new equivalent, like, sort of American animated sitcom. It's like genuine. It's so well written, so funny.
I really like
absolutely on the pulse of pop culture.
You know that episode, another Christmas special from Bob's Burgers, the episode where Mr. Fishoner takes Bob into like their underground basement thing, and he's got to make a gingerbread house, and he pays him to lose. That episode is also incredible.
Oh, yeah. Also, not a Christmas special, tangentially related. The increasing number of like Thanksgiving specials in Bob's Burgers, like especially the one with the someone keeps putting the turkey in the toilet every night, and he has to keep buying a turkey, trying to work out who it is. That's a great episode.
Yeah. I feel like
Bob's
a lot
Burgers
of
is great.
The most recent series of Bob's Burgers have all been specials in some way. They do a Halloween special, then a Thanksgiving special, then they've got like a couple of off ones, and then a Christmas special, and they've got a couple of off ones, then a Valentine's special, and some other stuff. And it feels like they do a lot of event specials, every series.
They've already got lots of ideas crammed away from the holidays.
Yeah. So, Penny in the chat has just said that Die Hard isn't a Christmas film.
Oh, yeah.
We will come on to this, because this is an argument.
It is. Yeah, well, it's been proven scientifically.
It features Christmas music. It features Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie.
Well, unless you've got any other TV specials, shall we move on to Christmas films?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's the best Christmas films.
Die
Hard, which is a Christmas film. I don't know. So there was I can't remember where this was, but there was a discussion about this I saw recently, and like one of the key things was like, if you take Christmas out of the plot, does the plot work? And with Die Hard, it's a no, because the whole point is it's the Christmas party at the Nakatomi building.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. None of them would be there if it wasn't for the Christmas party.
Yeah, because like security's all gone. Everyone's in the building so they can take hostages and do the whole plot where it looks like it's a terrorist thing, but it's not actually. Spoilers. And also, the only reason Bruce Willis is in town is because he's trying to catch up with Holly for Christmas.
Yeah.
So that's there. It snows at the end. It has let it snow in the soundtrack.
Yep, exactly.
It's Christmas. It's a Christmas film.
It's a Christmas film.
Case closed.
Penny's arguing her case in the chat. She's just said that we just said that Stranger Things wasn't a Christmas series, even though it has those things as well, because it does feature Christmas music. But you're right, because Stranger Things series 1 could happen at any point.
Yeah,
Christmas isn't vital to the plot.
Yeah, the only thing is the lights, but then that could be solved another way. That doesn't have to be Christmas.
But she could just get those Christmas lights out. She still had Christmas lights in her house, didn't she?
Yeah.
She then went and bought a bunch, but it doesn't mean she didn't have those Christmas lights. Right. Okay. Moving on from Die Hard.
Also, last thing, Die Hard is also an amazing film. That's the only reason.
Yeah, it is.
Just why I throw it in there while we're talking about it. Like, possibly one of the best action films of all time.
It's really,
right,
really
now
good.
we can move on.
Okay. So, I think another absolute top tier Christmas film is Home Alone.
See, I've somehow not seen Home Alone.
How have you not seen Home Alone?
I was never shown it as a child, and then I just never got around to watching it. I recorded on TV last year and was gonna watch it, and then I was ill over Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna watch it this year, but I've just not done it yet.
It's really, really good. I don't know if you'll appreciate it as much watching it as an adult straight away. I mean, you probably will. It's still a very enjoyable film.
Yeah, but it's probably the nostalgia value as well. I guess.
But it's quality. It's really good fun. The plot is good. The acting's good. Even little young Macaulay Culkin. He's good. It's the
How
whole.
are you spelling that?
You know his name. You know who I'm talking about.
I know how it's supposed to be spelled. I want to know how you think it's spelled.
I'm not doing that live on the internet. Yeah. Kevin McAllister. That's his name.
What, the character name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I just think it's a good film. It's great. And also the stunt work is amazing.
I've seen clips from it, like with all the traps.
Yeah. But there's on Netflix there is ages ago we talked about the series called The Toys That Made Us. On Netflix now there is a series called The Films That Made Us, and one of the episodes they do is Home Alone, and they talk about how it got made, the funding issues it had, all of these different things. And one of the things they talked about was doing the stunt work, and about how in the script it was like, they get hit with a paint can and go flying off, and they were like, oh well, obviously we can't do that in real life because no one's going to want to do that. And they basically found a couple of stuntmen that were just crazy, and this guy was just like, oh no, go on, just hit me in the face with the paint can, I'll just go flying. And apparently according to that documentary, now in the stunt industry, they're now called Home Alone throws or dives or something, because the dives in that were so over the top, and so when they get hit by anything they go absolutely flying back, and it's all like actual stunt work. Like the men, they weren't on wires or anything, the blokes literally just threw themselves around. And that's like now known as like the Home Alone dive or something, because it's so like was like pivotal, this stunt work they did in that film. And I just find that so interesting and so cool that film, this little this kid's Christmas film, has got this like legacy.
It's created ripples in the world of stunt work. That's incredible.
Also, yet another person, Richard, has commented about how the eye in Ciné Rambles is brighter than the rest of the reds.
I'm sorry. If I'd noticed before we started our Discord call, I would have gone. But the thing is, I'd already closed Premiere. If anyone's opened Premiere before, it takes ages. I can only apologise. I'll fix it in post.
You'll fix it in post.
Well, the only problem is then when I put this on YouTube, people on YouTube will be like, "How are they talking about? The eye's
How are
fine."
they talking? Well, you've got to leave it there now. Oh,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
audio listeners on Spotify,
Oh, yeah.
Nick has made a lovely Ciné Rambles Christmas logo where the letters alternate between red and white, and all of the red letters are the same shade of red, other than the I, which is bright red and really sticks out like a sore thumb.
Look, you know what? If you think you can do better, then you can go do better. Podcast.
Oh, you made me like snort cider everywhere. Good job.
Cider? Are you drinking on the job?
I am drinking on the job.
Tipsy Halloween special. Tipsy Ciné Rambles. Now there's an idea we should do.
Yeah. Okay. Have you got any more Christmas films?
Well, I mean, there's tons of Christmas films, aren't there?
There are. So I've got another category here, sort of related, and it's just sort of the Christmas films that you watch every year without fail. It doesn't matter if you think they're good or bad or not. It's just you watch them every single year.
So without fail is slightly dubious because I try to switch it up just to prevent burnout, but I watch Nightmare Before Christmas most years.
Okay.
I might skip it this year, but certainly I normally do it while I'm wrapping presents. Quite short. I've seen that film so many times. I know it inside out.
Yeah.
Background.
Okay.
But yeah, no, Nightmare Before Christmas is probably one I watch the most.
Okay.
That's normally there. Absolute classic. Halloween as well. You do it twice a year.
Yeah, you do it twice a year. Yep.
Do you like Nightmare Before Christmas now? Because you used to hate it.
I don't. Yeah. See, I no longer hate it. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever. I don't know. I if it's on, I'd watch it and I would probably enjoy it, but I'd never optionally put it on myself. I don't think.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I think I showed it to you when we were in secondary school. Absolutely, abjectly refused to watch it.
I would do no such thing.
You're being a real bitch about it.
That's rude.
Well, Anyway, Die Hard is the other one.
Yeah.
Again, I've not done it this year because I've watched it a lot in the past couple of years. Because the thing is, I watched it for Christmas 2018, and then I watched it in January as part of my screenwriting module at uni. I was twice in quick succession, and I was like, okay, we'll give it a rest. Also, last Christmas I was ill.
Yeah, last Christmas I was ill as well. It was a bit sad.
Yeah.
So, for me,
a big two.
For me, we've got a couple. It's Christmas tradition in my house to watch Love Actually every year, which I know you've got opinions on.
Oh, I like Love Actually.
Do you? I thought you didn't like Love Actually.
No.
Oh, okay.
There are many things I don't like, but no, Love Actually, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't watch it all the time, but I've watched it a fair number of times.
Yeah. It's
right.
I do like Love Actually.
The old Grinch.
Sorry, I thought I was under the impression that you didn't like Love Actually for some reason. I don't know. I thought you were one of them. No, I love
one of them.
One of them, yeah. I love Love Actually. Some of the jokes still, I've watched it every year for the past, I don't know, 10 years or something, and it's still makes me laugh. Some of the jokes are just so good.
Yeah.
And it's great, and it's a great little, love story, but, many love stories. But yeah, it's good. I really enjoy it.
Some of them more questionable than others, but
yeah,
overall, the tone
some of them are very morally grey.
I think the people who don't like it, besides being miserable people generally, I think probably take issue with that.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, yeah. But yeah, I think that because it's so sort of uplifting in its tone, it kind of gets away with it.
Yeah. The thing is, what's interesting is even though there are quite a few happy endings in it, there's also a couple of pretty sad endings in it.
Yeah,
Like the woman who's in
because
love with Carl from her workplace, and she gets a chance at love, and she can't be with him because she feels like she has to look after her brother all the time, who's got
yeah.
like some mental disability and is in like an institution, and she just can't leave him, and it's just like, that's really sad. My favourite story in Love Actually, just to jump in another level, is
yeah.
with Liam Neeson and the little boy called
Oh, the little
called
boy
Sam,
who
who's a
sort of
drummer.
doesn't age.
Yeah, him. Tom
Yeah.
something is his name. Because I just love that. It's like because that's just his stepdad, and they're brought together by this tragedy of losing the wife/mum, and it's like, then they're just happy together, and they become this little family, and I just like that story. It's very nice. It's cute.
Yeah.
Also,
It's very
one thing that does slightly peeve me, right? In 4 weeks, he becomes just an absolutely fantastic drummer. He'd never touched the instrument before. And then in 4 weeks' time, he is just like absolutely top tier, really good, and plays at a performing level.
Andy, what are you talking about? Drumming's just hitting it,
It's just
There's no
hitting it,
skill
yeah.
involved.
Thomas
Just hit
Sangster.
it. The louder you hit it, the better you are.
Yeah. Thomas Sangster is the wee boy's name. Sangster, yeah. People in chat, they've chucked a couple out there. Georgia has said Elf.
Let's go.
Elf, and
I've not seen Elf all the way through.
Well, the other one she really likes is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And
which I've never seen.
Both of those films have the same issue for me, in that it's the Grinch is it's Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, but it's Christmas, and Elf is it's Will Ferrell being Will Ferrell, but it's Christmas. And
it's Christmas.
I don't know. They are funny, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas is definitely better than Elf, in my opinion.
Right.
Like, I've watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas a couple of times, and I don't hate it. I think it's quite funny. It's definitely got some really good moments in it.
I've seen the bits that I've seen of the Grinch. I find it very disturbing. I don't understand why the human characters look so grotesque.
Well, because they're
like,
not humans.
In the Cronenberg film. Okay, fine, it's smart ass, but like, why in a kids' film when they're not like, villains? Why do they look so?
They do look really weird. Well, because it's Dr. Seuss, isn't it?
Yeah, but why? It's not supposed to look like that.
Wow, yeah.
That's the problem with live action Dr. Seuss adaptations. They were so stylized with drawings that when you try and do that in live action, it looks horrendous, like Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Elf. So I think I've seen the last hour of it, and I think I've seen the first hour of Elf. So between those two, I probably have seen all of it, just not in one go.
Yeah.
But it's normally I hate Will Ferrell. Like I don't find him funny in anything. But I think Elf is the best thing I've seen with him in it.
It's okay, right. And I if I'd seen Elf once and knew I would never have to watch it again, I would probably think, yeah, that film was pretty good. But every single time I watch it, I start to dislike it a little bit more.
Well, you know what your Room 101 is now, don't you?
Yeah. Penny has dropped a recent addition to the Christmas classics. Klaus.
Oh yes.
She says she's watched it every year since it came out, which is 2 years, but there we go. As in this year and last year, but whatever.
Well done.
We watched Klaus the other day, me and Georgia, and I really like that film as well. No, we watched it last year as well.
Yeah. See, I persuaded my family to watch it last year as the Christmas film instead of, I think Finding Dory was on Christmas Day last year, and we're like, nah, screw that.
Yeah.
The only problem is, again, I was very ill Christmas Day,
Right.
and I was in a state where if I laughed, I coughed uncontrollably, and it was really painful.
Right.
Which made watching Klaus a mixed experience.
Yeah.
So I need
Okay.
to rewatch it. But
It's good.
I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it
I
is
love
good.
the animation,
I do like
love
it.
the creativity of it. You know, it's very well put together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look forward to revisiting that at some point when I'm not.
It made me cry because it's sad.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's good though. Okay, I think we've covered that. Unless there's any more films you can't do without at Christmas.
Oh, I mean, there's tons. I mean, I can quickly throw in It's Wonderful Life, which I've probably watched a couple of times for Christmas now.
That's the one about the financial crisis, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I'll be honest, I'm not too sure of the massive appeal. Like, it's okay, but like, because everyone talks about the whole big thing of like, oh, what if you were never born? It's like, that's in the last 10 minutes, and otherwise it's like, oh, the building alone's out of money. Here's some money. Oh no, we're out of money.
Yeah, classic.
And then the end solution is, oh no, we found some money. So, oh, that's the other thing of It's Wonderful Life. So to summarize it, it's basically like this guy's got like dreams to travel the world and be really great, but he keeps getting stuck at home sorting out the building and loan his father made, and saving the town from being like monopolized by Mr. Posse, who's an evil bastard. Right? And the happy ending is like, oh, he didn't go bankrupt, so he still has to stay in the town and stay there for the rest of his life and not fulfill his dreams. His dreams are still dead. That's not changed.
What?
It's a really miserable ending when you get down to it.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, you saved this financial crisis, but the next morning when you wake up, you're like, oh, I'm still stuck in fucking Bedford Falls or whatever it's called.
Bedford.
And I'll be here the rest of my life.
Great. That's
Anyway, It's a Wonderful Life.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of correspondence over that, I reckon.
I think I have seen it, but such a long time ago that I can't really remember. The only thing I remember is the what would it be like if I was never born? Oh, also the financial crisis. Okay.
There's the great joke of it with the oh, the money's not here, it's in Fred's house and your house. Hey Fred, what are you doing with my money? Anyway, yeah, we can move
on. So what about here's a random one. Okay. The best Doctor Who Christmas special.
How open and shut a case do you think this is?
Go on. What do you mean?
Well, because I was saying to you earlier, like, I think Doctor Who, just each season is slightly worse than the other. And by the same logic, I think Christmas Invasion is the best special.
I would agree.
The only one like rewatch. I don't like the other RTD Christmas specials are fine.
What are the other ones?
They're all good. The ones are fun. So we got the one with Donna Noble and the Rachnos, the weird spider woman.
The bride, the runaway bride. Yep.
The Voyage of the Damned.
The one with Kylie Minogue.
That one's a bit weird.
Yep.
There's the one with John Sims Master where he's reborn.
Yes.
And it's like the finale of David. Is that a Christmas special or is that a separate special?
That's separate, isn't it? Because the Christmas special is with the woman who steals the big jewel and the London bus that flies around and they get stuck on that desert planet.
No, that's the Easter special.
That's an Easter special, is it?
Yeah, I think the Christmas special for season or whatever was the one that's just escaped my mind. Excellent. It was. Oh no! It's the one. It's the one when he finds the other person who thinks he's the Doctor.
Oh yeah, that one's quite good actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was okay actually.
Yeah, we watched that one fairly recently, and that one isn't. It's not terrible. It's quite good. I quite like the fact that he thinks he's run into another version of himself. before they decided to do
that was
for real.
like, yeah, that was just before the end of David Tennant.
Yeah.
So I was like a sort of oh, is this how they're gonna do it? And it was quite, yeah. But I think Christmas Invasion of the Sycorax, that is the top tier one.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever bested. But I mean, some of the ones they've done for the most recent season have been absolutely bizarre.
Go on.
Like, there was the one. Did you see the one that's called something like Silent Night or Silent Christmas? And it's basically like Santa Claus meets Alien. And there were these weird, like, face hugger creatures.
What the
that were like put people to sleep. You not kill them, but like sort of incapacitate them. And there was like the Doctor teamed up with Santa Claus to stop them. It was bizarre.
Was Santa Claus played?
I may have forgotten details.
Was Santa Claus played by Nick Frost?
Maybe that was a different one.
Because Ross in the chat has just said that he thinks the one with Nick Frost as Father Christmas was okay. The 2018 Christmas special. Was that
was
must have been
about right.
Peter
Maybe,
Capaldi?
Yeah, it was a Capaldi one.
Yeah. Okay.
There's also, I didn't watch this far because this is after I'd stopped watching Doctor Who.
Mm.
There was one called like something about Captain Mysterio, which is very clearly supposed to be like capitalizing on superheroes.
My goodness, yes,
but was somehow a Christmas special.
Yeah, I caught the end of that one. Oh, was that last year? No, it wasn't last year.
No, I think it was the last Capaldi one.
Yeah, well, last year would have been Jodie Whittaker, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so Jodie Whittaker started in 2019. So maybe that was a 2018 special.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, yeah. What year is it? 2020.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm getting on. I can't keep track of the last 3 years. But yeah, no, that was 2018.
Okay, I don't know, but I saw the end of that one and it was super weird, and like these two things just shouldn't be together, especially not with Peter Capaldi's Doctor. You know,
it's
like this old grumpy git who doesn't put up with that kind of bullshit.
I think that was one of the things that really put me off. Like the tail end of Peter Capaldi was like, it was so like reeking of desperation of how do we make Doctor Who cool again? Do you remember that? Oh, is it series 9? I think that starts with him like riding into like in ancient Rome or something. He rides in on a tank with an electric guitar and sunglasses.
Yeah,
and it's like that's not cool. That's Stephen Moffat as like an oldish man.
What's up, fellow kids?
Exactly, that's it.
Yeah.
Literally, like, what's up, fellow kids?
Yeah.
And then the fucking like later on in the Dalek episode is like, anyone for Dodgems? There's like fucking Daleks. They're the Nazis of the universe. What are you doing?
Yeah. I watched this really, really good video about how Stephen Moffat sort of like ruined the Daleks.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is. I think it was by Full Fat Productions, maybe. I don't know, but basically he made this point that the Doctor's got like this intense PTSD from seeing any Dalek. He gets really, shaken by it, and he's the only time he's like, shows no mercy is against a Dalek. The only time he refuses to save someone is when it's a Dalek. He's so traumatized, and the only time he bends his own rules is when there's a Dalek there. And then later on,
in season 1 with Eccleston, there's so much is built around that concept.
Yeah.
Like the episode Dalek, which is one of my favorites. It's all about that the Doctor trying to challenge himself with how to deal with this last Dalek.
Yeah,
and like trying to challenge prejudices, and it's fantastic drama.
But Stephen Moffat, because in the first series with Matt Smith, with the Ironclads,
see, I like this episode.
So,
but
yeah,
I'm very alone on that.
I think the episode's okay.
I like.
But Matt Smith's reaction to seeing the Dalek when he cannot accept that it's anything other than this killing machine, and he's just like, screaming at it, hitting it with this thing. It's like, oh, this is really good. He's still this angry guy. And then like the next time he sees the Daleks, he's, laughing and joking about it. And he goes to this he goes to the Dalek asylum where he first meets Clara.
Oh yeah,
And it's just
that's
like
such a weird episode.
that episode is really weird.
The whole concept of like the Daleks getting the Doctor to help them, like that just doesn't, that wouldn't happen. That's not at all how they'd operate. And again, like he wouldn't go through it either.
Yeah, and it's just they lose he loses that edge, that one little thing. Anyway, we've got into a talk about Doctor Who that was not really Christmas related. Okay.
But so the stuff we can have later.
Yeah. Shall we move on? We've both agreed that the first Christmas special of Doctor Who is arguably the best one.
I'd say so, yeah.
I do.
That's got some...
the one with God, I can't remember his name. Where they were the evil snowmen, and it was like the snow itself was evil, and it had that bloke in it.
That was stupid.
That bloke that I can't remember the name of.
No, but that was because that was the Great Intelligence, which was about the Yetis in the old Doctor Who in the 60s.
Yeah.
And they were all actually robots controlled by this little metal sphere called the Great Intelligence.
Right.
And that episode, they brought that back, and that's what was controlling the snow.
Right. And you hate that?
No, I mean I brought it up as a fun fact. I mean it's a nice idea to tie it up with the existing lore, but I don't think they did much with it.
Yeah.
It's a shame because I'd like to see more of these because they're really cool. They're really cool in the 60s.
Okay. So, my other things on my list that I've got here is controversial Christmas films, but we've gone over that. Die Hard, Stranger Things, etc.
Oh, also.
Oh yeah, go on.
Well, I've got another. So, this is sort of what I meant when I mentioned that. I was like things which aren't actually Christmas films, but could substitute as Christmas films. So I'm going to make a case for Groundhog Day.
Okay, so, yeah. I mean, it takes place in what, like January or February or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's winter based, but the main thing is the theme of it. It's about this grouchy weatherman who's sort of like very pessimistic, quite selfish, and sort of But through being in the time loop, he learns to be a better person.
Yeah,
and I think the ultimate sort of lesson of it is because he starts out trying to like exploit the time loop to benefit himself, and he uses it selfishly, and it gets him nowhere. But then eventually he learns to become better and turn it outwards to help others.
Yeah.
When he finally breaks out, it's because he's done this perfect day where he saved everyone. He's dedicated himself to help others and entertain others and be the best man he can be.
That
which
sequence,
I feel is quite Christmassy.
Yeah. That sequence in the middle of the film where he is desperately trying to save the homeless man.
Yes,
it's such a good sequence because you just see him fail over and over again as he desperately tries to save this man's life every single day, and it's like, oh my god, that is such a good bit in the film.
Exactly that kind of thing, and I think that message of because I think Christmas ultimately is sort of that idea of helping others and being altruistic and giving back, and I think Groundhog Day really nicely encapsulates that. And with the winter aesthetic, it sort of becomes a very sort of warm, wintry film.
Now, for some reason, Ross in the chat has said James Cameron's Avatar.
Okay, can he elaborate?
Yeah.
I'm willing to accept it. If
what has that got to do with Christmas in any way at all?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's Christmassy in theme. But
I'm going to watch you clutch at the straws now. Here we go.
Well, no, I'm going to say, as a sort of a film to watch with the family, something you can get the whole family together and we can watch. And it's like a nice big action spectacle you can all watch.
Yeah, just watch Die Hard.
Yeah, but Granny can't watch Die Hard because they say motherfucker.
So, that is true.
Avatar, they say shit, maybe.
They say, "Oh, you heckin' blue boys."
Oh, also the Na'vi fucking that. But, Granny's fine with that.
Oh
She's
yeah,
got plenty of people. I have no idea where I was going with that.
So you know, in Avatar,
Where's this going? Yeah.
they connect their little weird ponytail tentacle things.
Yes.
Is that
Mm.
does the jizz go through the ponytail?
So here's an interesting question, which I don't know if Avatar actually answers, but is that sex in terms of reproduction, or is that sex in more of like a making love, like connecting
Is that
your
a
souls?
pleasurable thing only? Like, yeah, a connection of mind and soul.
They shove their hair into the animals.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
so I'm thinking like, so to bring it back to Evangelion, since you're watching,
yeah,
I think of that like in the same way they sync with the Avas and that. I think of it as equivalent to that they sync with their animals in the same way it's like they're connecting their souls with their hair.
Yeah,
I reckon that's my theory.
Because it's weird.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know if they like ejaculate through their hair. No.
Richard's saying yes to space jizz, which isn't jazz in this case.
Right.
Anyway, let's move on.
Elaborate?
No, let's move on.
I feel like we're just never going to hear an answer to this. Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know why Avatar has come up, but it doesn't matter.
It might be a troll. Twitter poll that and see what happens.
It is possible. Okay. I mean, we're running out of things. We've got about 10... When did we go live? I don't know. We've got about 10, 15 minutes to burn.
We're doing 55 minutes total, so actually we're sort of coming to a nice end.
Okay.
Have you got any on the list?
Yeah, let's very, very quickly rank the celebrations.
Excellent. Right. What's in the celebrations?
Fuck, what is in the celebration? So Malteser.
Oh, okay, that's
Milky
mid-tier
Way
for me.
Milky Way, Mars.
Yeah, that's Milky Mars.
Twix.
Bounty's last.
Oh, Bounty. Yeah, Bounty can get in the bin.
Yeah. Also Snickers, because I have nothing against it as such, but I just don't want nuts in my chocolate.
Snickers is okay. Do you know what used to be amazing and then they got rid of?
What?
The Galaxy's chocolate truffle.
Oh, they have, because they have Galaxy Caramel, don't they?
They've got the little block of Galaxies that's just like pure chocolate, and then the Galaxy Caramel, and they used to have the Galaxy's chocolate truffle, which was amazing, and then they got rid of it, and I'm very sad about it.
Oh, you should write a letter of complaint.
Oh, Snickers. Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah. Okay, yes, I've got a list here. So we've got Maltesers, Mars, Bounty, Milky Way, Snickers, Galaxy Caramel, Twix. Okay, so Twix is top for me.
Twix
is
is top. Oh, what is wrong with you? You fucking...
not like Twix?
I mean, they're fine. They're pretty basic.
No, Twix is genuinely my favourite chocolate.
Oh, here's the question, Nick. Do you prefer the left Twix or the right Twix?
Right. No, what you do, you put Twix in two. Take a bit of left, take a bit of right. Join them together. And there you go.
Nick, I'm pretty sure that's a war crime.
Only if they catch you.
Wow. Okay. I really like. I like Milky Way.
Milky Way is good. Yeah.
Milky Way is good. I like Galaxy Caramel as well.
See, I'm not sure about Galaxy in general. I feel like Galaxy chocolate has like a very sort of artificial taste to it that I'm not a massive fan of. I mean, I'll eat it, but
yeah, I don't know. It's quite. I don't know. It's all right. See, we don't really go for celebrations. We're a Quality Street family.
See, this is something I didn't realize about until I was talking to someone at work about this. That different households prefer different chocolate things.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I'm a celebrations household, but what are you then?
We're Quality Street all the way.
You're Quality Street. Oh, okay.
See,
interesting.
I love Quality Street. I think they're great, and the only one I don't really like is the blue one, because the blue one can get in the bin.
See, meanwhile, I have Quality Streets occasionally, but I don't know which is which off by heart.
I do. My ranking of the Quality Street. Are you ready?
Okay. Right. I'm
Boom.
sure I understand this.
The gold one, the toffee finger, so good. Followed up
I
by,
can go for that.
and it doesn't exist anymore, which is very sad, but the brown one, the toffee nugget. I can't remember what it's called. Toffee deluxe, that's what it's called. Third
I
one.
like your toffee.
Yes, I do, because the third one is the toffee penny.
Okay.
Coming in at number 4 is the caramel golden barrel thing. Apparently, I just really like the. Yeah, they are really good. Number 5, the pink one, fudge, big fan. Yeah. Number 6, I quite like the green triangle. That's a good one.
What's green triangle?
It's like praline, I think, like chocolate praline.
Oh, okay. See, I like praline. I don't like chocolate with just like whole nuts in it, but like praline stuff I like.
Yeah. And then they've got a... Oh, yeah. Ross has just reminded me that when they took the brown one out of the Quality Street, you just made a joke saying I should write to them and complain. My dad literally did write to them and complain.
Did he get a response?
I don't know if he ever did get a response, but he wrote to them and complained. The next year, they brought the brown one back.
Oh my god.
But this year, they've removed it again.
You've just got to keep writing back. Every year you've got to remind...
Every year.
Just march into like Cadbury headquarters and be like, right, if I can just
Right.
get a brownie back in, or I'm going to cause a scene.
After the green triangle, I like the orange hexagon, which is orange flavoured praline.
See, I'm not... See, right, I like Terry's chocolate oranges, but besides that, I'm not a fan of like orangey chocolate.
Oh, but it's got this really nice crunchy texture. It's good. It's good stuff. Oh, shall I continue to rank Quality Streets or?
Oh, I mean, you might as well finish.
Okay, good.
Interrupting.
After the green, the orange hexagon, it might be an octagon actually. You might need to fact check me there.
You know what? I'll let it slide. I think the public will forgive us for that.
I like the I think it's called the chocolate truffle. It's the green one. It's literally just a solid little nugget of chocolate, and it's just very tasty. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Average. Good.
Yep. Because that's like, mid tier. Because that's very basic. That's yeah. After that is the purple one, which is caramel with a hazelnut in it.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Which is okay. Around the nut. I mean, it's okay, but the hazelnut's just pretty big and chunky.
Yeah, it's just in the way, isn't it?
Yeah. Under that would be what's left? I think it's just then the orange cream, strawberry cream, and then the coconut one.
Not a fan of creams. Like the fruit creams, I just don't like them.
If you look in the box, because at work before we started working from home, someone bought a box of Quality Street in for the office, and I had to go back into the office today, and I looked inside the box, and all that was left was orange creams, strawberry creams, and the blue ones. That was all that was left.
Absolutely.
It's like, they are. No one likes them, apart from Penny, who really likes the blue ones, apparently.
In our household, any like orange cream and like coffee flavored chocolates, they're my mum's domain because I don't like them. I don't think anyone else does. It's just really given to her.
Well, that's my ranking of Quality Street. I know my Quality Streets intimately.
Excellent. Well, I think. Should we wrap it up there? I think that's
I think
a very
so.
festive episode. Okay.
Just quickly, one quick fire question. Favorite Christmas song? Go.
I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day by Wizard.
That's a good one.
Good. It's a combination of it's a genuinely good piece and also just good memories attached to it.
Nice. I like
nice
Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses because it's a funky fresh jam with its cool bass line.
Look at Mr. Music Critic over here.
Just saying. Also, just randomly, while we're on the topic of Christmas, and I hope that Penny is still watching, because there is a Hall and Oates. I don't know if you know Hall and Oates, but they're great.
I know of them. Yeah.
They do, Man-Eater and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah, they've got some absolute bangers. Anyway, Ross has just said in the chat, driving home for Christmas. That's another absolute belter.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hall and Oates do Jingle Bell Rock, and their version of Jingle Bell Rock is actually so good. I don't know why. It's pretty much the same as every other version of Jingle Bell Rock you've ever heard, but it's slightly funkier. I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
Sexy bass rips.
Well, it's just got the cool guitar. It's good.
Okay.
And apparently Penny isn't watching. So rip. Okay.
Never mind.
I think
well, shall we?
Let's wrap it up.
Suppose?
Let's wrap it, Nick.
You got the music.
Oh shit, the music. Right, yeah, no, I've got the music.
Okay.
Tell me when to play the music.
I just play it now.
Play it now.
Yeah.
Go.
I'll try and do a quick outro. So as always, if you want to catch up with all our stuff, we're available on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for Ciné Rambles. It's quicker than probably saying the links. Blog posts. Stay tuned for the New Year's Eve post, my top 5 films of 2020. That's all in the works. Meantime, it's been a lovely. Well, it's not been a lovely year. It's been a year.
It's certainly been a year.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Hope everyone can enjoy it as best they can. Yeah, and happy holidays. Have a hopefully a better New Year at any rate, and we hope to see you back then.
Yeah. Yeah. Merry Christmas and good day.
Merry Christmas.
Oh fuck.